Hi there, I'm Vladimir Dutip, and this is The Uplift. We've got a great show for you and a great cast of characters, including these. A pair of siblings who launched a campaign to honor their dad, and the word that he made up, abisculate. So what does that mean, and why is it so important to them? Steve Hartman will tell us. A grassroots group that's more than 100 members strong, and they're all grandpas. We'll show you what this group aims to do. Plus, a doctor who used his own diagnosis to teach his students at Stanford University and inspire countless others. And it's my turn for our Never Too Late series. We'll show you what I tried to do and why it involves SNL's Chloe Fineman. All that and more heartwarming news. You know what you're watching. It's The Uplift. Welcome to The Uplift, the show that lifts you up for at least the next 30 minutes. Let's begin this morning with a story about two siblings honoring their dad with a campaign to get a word he made up into the dictionary. So, what is the word he created? Steve Hartman has the answer.
Good morning, I'm Steve.
And I'm Meryl. Today we're going to be talking about what it means to honor someone.
And we begin, as always, with Emmett at the dictionary desk. Emmett?
For this class, I'm going to say that honor is paying tribute to someone who has passed away with a meaningful act or gesture.
And what are some ways that we can honor someone?
By carrying on something that they were trying to do in their lifetime.
That's good.
Trying to make sure that their legacy is not forgotten.
Yeah, the point is to just keep their memory alive. And it doesn't matter how. As you'll see in this story, pulled from our library, about honor and oranges.
All you want is a nice, peaceful breakfast. So you slice open an orange or grapefruit and get ready to attack it with a spoon. Only to have it attack you back, right in the eye. The phenomenon is well documented in pop culture.
Ow, you squirted me!
But did you know there's a word for what your citrus does to you?
You get sprayed in the eye and you go, oh, it orbisculated.
It, or what?
Oh, it orbisculated.
Brother and sister Jonathan and Hillary Krieger of Boston say they picked up that word from their father.
As a child, you learn words because your parents use them, and then you start using them, and you don't kind of question, is it a real word?
Until you're thumbing through a dictionary one day and find there, between orb and orbit, nothing.
And I said, Dad, what's wrong with this dictionary? Orbisculate isn't in it. And he said, well, maybe orbisculate.
I might have made it up.
I might have made this word up.
The Kriegers laughed about that for years. Laughed until they cried. A few years ago, Jonathan and Hillary's dad, Neil, died of COVID. And in the days after his passing, that orbisculate story is one of the few things that still brought a smile, which gave the kids an idea.
It felt like a very nice way to honor someone at a time where there's not a lot of positive things going on.
What they did was launch a campaign to get orbisculate into the dictionary.
Right.
Started with a list of 78 goals, like get the word in a crossword puzzle. Check. Temporarily tattooed on someone's body. Check. In a child's chalk drawing. Check. In a petri dish of phosphorescent bacteria. Surprisingly, check. In a news story.
Check.
Someone even put it on a sign at a grocery store. Warning, strong possibility of orbisculation. Words with Friends added it to their game. This woman wrote it into a song.
And that fruit orbisculated right into my eye.
Of course, getting orbisculate entrenched into our vernacular will be the challenge. But Jonathan and Hillary are determined to see this through.
And that would be something our dad would really love.
Definitely.
And you don't need a dictionary to see the meaning of that.
Hillary Krieger joins us now. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be with you.
Since the story first aired, have you checked off any more uses of orbisculate?
Yes, it's catching on and especially resonating with teachers, and they're teaching it to their classes. And that's so important because it means the next generation will have the word and it will live on through them.
I understand that one of the Kindness 101 classrooms is promoting orbisculate. Can you tell us more about that?
Southeastern Elementary School in Indiana, they have gone above and beyond our wildest dreams.
Orbisculate.
and actually created an annual Orbisculate celebration day. And it's just wonderful to see how the word has been exciting for teachers and for students.
Do you think orbisculate will ever get into the dictionary?
I definitely believe that orbisculate will get into the dictionary. It's a long, long process, but it will happen.
Well, I can tell you that orbisculate is embedded into our vocabulary in this family, and I thank you for giving us the word and for giving us your time today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's important to honor your ancestors, but you don't have to come up with a new word to do that. All you have to do is live your life by that word, and you honor all those who came before. We'll see you next time.
And don't forget to stay kind.
Coming up, we take you to Rusty's bikes. They don't stay rusty for long. They are refurbished and used to help others. Plus, meet a grassroots group of grandpas with a goal of spreading joy. We now introduce you to a man who retired as a music teacher but didn't stop working with his new instrument of choice, bikes. Here's Christian Benavides.
Retired music teacher Russell Durham has found a new instrument to bring joy, a bicycle.
It's been checked over.
Rusty, as he's affectionately known, hooks up people experiencing homelessness with free bikes at this Orlando, Florida outreach center every Tuesday.
What a difference it makes in their way of life and also in their mental attitude.
The day we met Rusty, he had a bike for 59-year-old Michael Hogue. Hogue told us he's been living in the streets for the past 3 years.
It's like Christmas. It really is like Christmas. I've been waiting for like a year for a bike. This is so much a blessing to me. I'm gonna ride this bike all day today.
Hogue plans to use the bike to get to work.
We see tears. We get hugs.
Rusty's Bicycle Recycle started as a nonprofit nearly 20 years ago and now partners with a number of Central Florida organizations. Kathleen Jorge is outreach director at Service and Love Together, better known as SALT.
It's making huge impacts in people's lives and helping them not be in this situation anymore.
The Orlando Police Department is also a partner, sending unclaimed bicycles from evidence to Rusty and his team. The bikes that are donated are repaired in this garage. Rusty operates it with the help of a few volunteers. And once a month, Rusty hosts a bicycle repair clinic, running the nonprofit without any employees and entirely on donations and grants, all to deliver some personal transportation where it's needed.
Most of the time, people are asking them to move along or ignoring them. They're shunned. Instead, to be embraced and have people care about you. Wow, what a change that can make in a person.
Changing lives, one ride at a time. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Orlando.
In our next story, Bradley Blackburn found a grassroots group with more than 100 members, all of them grandfathers. They're called Grandpas United, and they have one uplifting goal.
Hey, good to see you.
It's recess at Church Street Elementary, where instead of hitting the playground, these students have chosen to hang out with the older kids. A lot older. How old do you think he is?
56.
I'll take it. The guys in blue, with a little gray, are Grandpas United.
Or 65.
Wait a minute, don't push it. I was happy at 56.
A grassroots group of retirees who have no biological connection to these kids.
I like to play Jenga with them.
But they've formed a real bond.
Some of them are funny, some of them are good, like talkers and stuff.
If I can bring a smile to them and they bring a smile to me, we've had a good day.
The idea took shape several years ago when founding Grandpa Jim Eisenberg noticed something missing.
I see nothing for grandpas anywhere. Grandmas, God love them, grandparents, but grandpas zip. Why don't we think about doing a grandpa program?
More than 100 men have since signed on as volunteers, sharing fun and a little wisdom.
Shaking your hand with a firm grip, no dead fish, eye contact.
Grandpa Wrangler Ellen Barth says for some kids it's a rare chance to bond with the grandfather figure. And studies have shown this kind of activity can boost mental health for men and help combat loneliness as they age.
They really light up when they see the kids.
There's no doubt about it.
Irvin Caesar is a retired truck driver who grew up nearby.
Who gets more out of this, the kids or the grandpas?
Well, I don't know how much they get, but I know I get a lot. I really enjoy being and meeting the grandpas. They're a bunch of really nice guys.
A simple idea that delivers so much when grandpas are united together. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, White Plains, New York.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, we try to show it's never too late to try something new. Gail went to space, Nate swam with sharks, and Tony tried carpentry. So what could I do? You'll find out coming up. On our CBS Morning series, Never Too Late, we try to prove the best time to try something new is right now. And today, it's my turn. The one thing I've always wanted to do is something different in front of a camera.
All my life, I've marveled at classic film performances.
You are going down.
And I've always dreamed of playing a fictional role on the silver screen.
I see a beautiful woman with a good heart.
I wanted to learn from the best, so I visited the renowned Stella Adler Center for the Arts.
None of your business. I'm not on trial.
Founded by actress Stella Adler, whose students included Robert De Niro and Marlon Brando.
I'm Vlad.
Pete.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
After meeting with instructor Pete McElligott, I was ready for my very first class.
The writer will tell me it's a fine day. It's my job to discover what it is that makes that day fine.
Where McElligott helped me tap into my imagination.
You are on a country road, taking a walk. Take in the country road. Discover what it looks like.
William Esper Studio, actor training.
For a deeper dive, I visited the William Esper Studio, where I worked with Jennifer Monaco, an actor trained in the Meisner method, a technique that emphasizes spontaneity and instinct.
And I'm going to say something to you, and you're required to repeat it, but you're also required to be honest.
We started with a quintessential Meisner exercise involving repetition.
You have big teeth.
I have big teeth.
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 Okay, so that's the exercise.
Oh my gosh!
You're acting.
We dove into some dialogue from one of my favorite films, An Officer and a Gentleman.
At the heart of this is someone whose childhood trauma has informed the entire way they live their life and truly doesn't believe that they're lovable.
I don't want you to love me.
You don't want
I don't want you to love me.
You don't want me to love you.
I don't want you to love me.
You don't want me to love you.
I don't want anyone to love me.
You don't want anyone to love you.
No. It's heavy duty.
I think Vlad might be an actor.
After all that, I was ready to act in a scene of my own. Monaco wrote 10 Days, a romantic comedy scene she developed based on our work together. After learning my lines and rehearsing with both of my instructors, it was time to put my skills to the test, on camera. And who better to be my scene partner than Stella Adler alumna and actor Chloe Fineman of Saturday Night Live. With Monaco and McElligott there coaching me between takes, we proved it's never too late to begin learning to act.
I think maybe it was my fault.
Oh, you think?
No. It was me. It was my fault.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I guess going to Arizona for 10 days for our second date and getting engaged wasn't like the best idea.
No.
No.
No, that's not it. It's sort of this.
Mhm.
It's the work, it's the bills, it's the groceries.
The donuts.
Not the donuts. I never wanted this.
Wait. Is that why you brought me here? Just to tell me why you don't want to be with me?
You're not understanding me.
Hey, you just said you never wanted any of this.
That's because I didn't realize that this could be that.
You're not making any sense.
All my life, I thought things had to be stable and certain.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong.
But that's it? Okay, fine. Go stay in your predictable little bubble.
I'm just gonna go get a donut. I know, it's a Tuesday. I'm gonna go eat a donut. Maybe I'll have a taco after that. Who knows what I'll do? Come with me. Come eat junk food on a weekday. Let's eat tacos together for the next 10 days and 10 days after that.
Okay. I get to choose the donut shop.
Okay,
Okay.
I can handle that. So what happens when a doctor becomes a patient? Coming up, David Begnaud introduces us to a professor and doctor with the very disease he teaches his students about. He didn't let his diagnosis get him down. He made it a lesson. Dr. Bryant Lynn teaches future doctors at Stanford University, and when the doctor became the patient, he didn't stop. In fact, he made his diagnosis part of his lesson plan. Here's David Begnaud with his story.
You know you're old when your kids can beat you at stuff.
Last year, Dr. Bryant Lynn had a lingering cough, and he thought it might be allergies. 6 weeks later, it was confirmed to be stage 4 lung cancer.
You had a lot of disease here.
Have you ever smoked?
Never smoked.
You ever been around people who smoke?
Not really.
And here's the twist. Dr. Lynn has spent many years as a professor at Stanford University, researching and teaching about non-smoker lung cancer.
Completely, very important. Ironically, I become the poster child for the disease.
You're warning people about it, and here you are. The odds of you getting it are what?
So the odds, it's interesting. For Asians now, we're thinking that the odds are higher. Asian women have twice the rate of non-smoker lung cancer than non-Asian women.
Dr. Lynn made a surprising decision. He created a Stanford course based around his diagnosis and
I was
treatment.
diagnosed, I have stage 4 cancer, which is not curable. I will highly likely die of this cancer or something related to this cancer. It may be 1 year, it may be 2 years, it may be 5 years, I really don't know. I promised myself I wouldn't choke up, and now I'm choking up.
So you get a terminal diagnosis and you decide, well, I'm gonna go teach about it.
Sounds crazy, right? Yeah.
Dr. Lynn doesn't like to give advice.
But I'll ask you to share with us the lessons that you find work best for you.
This is one thing. People come up to me, how come you're so happy? How come you're so positive? I think partially because of my attitude. And I think one, of course, I was born that way. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, jolly. But two, I think try to be kind. It's easy to forget to be kind when you're sick. It's easy to forget to be kind when you're not feeling well, when you're busy, when life has you down.
He opened the course with a letter written by one of his former patients, which underscores the type of doctor he hopes these students will become.
So, dearest Dr. Lynn, I wanted to thank you so much for taking such good care of me in my old age. You treated me as you would treat your own father, and I received this letter 2 weeks after he died. He spent time writing a letter for me during his last hours of life, last days of life. In a way, this class is part of my letter, part of what I'm doing to give back to my community.
What was the lesson you were trying to teach?
One thing I observed early on is even though I knew what a patient goes through as a doctor, I didn't really know. So I wanted to kind of rebalance the proportion of what medical students see in a typical class in medical school.
In week 3 of his college course, Dr. Lynn, who is a primary care physician, shared his chemotherapy journey, giving students a raw, behind-the-scenes look into the emotion and physical toll of cancer.
You're almost done. Just make sure you get every drop.
Feeling okay, a little nauseous, avoiding the Chipotle today because of that.
You more focused on living or preparing for death?
Living. So this is something I think surprised students in the class. There's tiles and there are letters.
What matters to you these days?
Number one, time with family.
With a Z, I know is a word.
Dr. Lynn and his wife, Christine, are parents to 17-year-old Dominic and 13-year-old Atticus.
Triple 18.
They have both been candid with the boys about his diagnosis and the prognosis.
I'll just read the last few paragraphs.
Okay.
Dr. Lin has saved letters that he's written for his boys, for a time he knows is coming.
There are things we can't control, like health. Gratitude can provide an overarching goodness as you build your lives. Whether I'm here or not, what I want you to know is that I love you. Of the many things I've done that have given my life meaning, being your daddy is the greatest of all. This letter would not be complete if it didn't include how essential your mom is in our lives. Listen to her, and if I'm not around, you have to take care of her. I love you all.
At the end of the 10-week course,
Yet today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of this earth.
the 50-year-old Dr. Lin read for his students another letter, inspired by Lou Gehrig's farewell.
When you have students and former residents reaching out to pray for you, chant with you, and wish you well, that's something. When you have a father and mother who worked all their lives to send you to medical school, it's a blessing. When you have a wife who's been a tower of strength and shown more courage than you dream existed, that's the finest I know. So I close in saying that I may have had a tough break, but I have an awful lot to live for. Thank you, and it's been an honor.
That's our show. I hope this news brightened your day and lifted you up.